And we're back. So look, this is the best anime this season. I almost didn't watch it because I was sitting here like, where do I find it at? Because the way Amazon Prime works, hey, what's good, bro? The way Amazon Prime works, pretty much you only know about a show if you know like the exact title. Otherwise, you don't know where it is. Yeah, back again. We had to deal with some stuff, technical difficulties. Y'all know how it goes when you do these things. So far, YouTube streaming is actually a lot of fun. See, I watched episode 1 of Goblin Slayer, and my theory was technically correct, and I'll explain that when we do the stream for that one, which is either tomorrow or Tuesday. So yeah, just know I was right on the money because I went on Reddit by accident and it told us all this cool trivia about Goblin Slayer, and well, I guess based on the trailer, it was true. Just remember this phrase: he rolls dice for himself. That's all I need to know. That's the hint I'm giving out. But let's talk about Karakuri Circus. It is really interesting, and it got me actually emotional because keep this in mind. The whole plot of this series is a little kid is a mistress of some rich guy. So he's like the kid of a mistress, right? So his mom took care of him. The father never came into the picture. But when his mom died, the feds pulled up and said, hey, your dad's gonna take care of you now. And the dad used the kid as a plot. And the dad was saying, look, if I were to die like today or tomorrow, you're gonna get my inheritance, which is like 15 billion yen. And keep in mind, he has other children. He has brothers, sisters, but he chose this outsider child that's technically his to inherit it all. And because he died recently, that's how everything pretty much started. This kid is getting chased by all these people he doesn't know who wants the inheritance. But man, can't even talk. Keep this in mind. This kid's probably, I want to say, at max 10, but the youngest probably 7 or 8. So imagine you're 7 or 8, and people are chasing you for your family's inheritance money, which you don't even want. You simply just want to feel like a kid, which he had a little bit of that with his mom, but unfortunately, he said that she was working like a menial, like a decent job, and she was working herself to death for little to nothing, and then yeah, she just actually died, and that was a thing, and that got me really upset because it's like, bro, can you imagine your mom's busting all this work, and then out of nowhere, you're just gonna hear, yeah, your mom's amazing, she did a lot of cool stuff, but she's dead now. Wait, what? Yeah, she's just dead now. She's trash. Yada yada, all this crazy stuff. And it's like, it makes it kind of sad. He's a kid and he has trust issues because no one in his family is actually believing him and all this other stuff. And it got me upset about it. It's just like, he knew from the jump that his uncle, that's not a good person. So pretty much the uncle wants him to become his own son. So he's adopting his own nephew so he can get the inheritance. But once again, the kid doesn't care about the inheritance. He simply wants to be a kid. Have fun, laugh. And I met this guy in the first episode who's like basically a clown, but he's wearing like a bear costume, right? And he had this little epidemic where it's like, if he makes someone laugh every once in a while, he can't breathe. It's like a syndrome, right? Where it's like if people laugh or people feel uncomfortable around him, pretty much this. Can't talk right now. When he feels uncomfortable, people around him feels uncomfortable, he can't breathe. So he needs people around him to be relaxed and laugh. So that's his big problem. And he also knows martial arts. So he saved this kid initially, but once again, these guys in suits they were fighting, they weren't actually guys in suits. They were actually puppets. And the way it's working, the uncle has an elaborate plan where he's trying to adopt his nephew as his son, get the inheritance, and then kill the kid afterwards, and act like nothing ever happened. Which, I understand, if someone said, hey, only my child from a random lady that I never interacted with gets all my inheritance, I'd be upset too, but he literally beat up the kid, and then was like, listen, if you just let me have the money, I'm not gonna beat you up too badly. It was just trash, bro, but the way everything came together was emotional, and it got me actually feeling bad for the kid. So this guy that doesn't know the kid saying, look, I'm gonna help you. And then the lady seen the thumbnail, her name is Shurigan, and she's like, hey, I'm supposed to protect this kid. Why are you helping me? Why? What do you get out of it? And he's saying, I'm simply doing it for myself. I don't want to see this kid suffer. Because turns out that guy, his name's like Narumi or something like that, and the kid calls him like basically big brother. Hey, what's good? What's good, Kenshin? become big brother, Namri, basically, right? So turns out he was weak just like the main kid. His name is Masura. So it's like, yo, Masura, let me tell you a secret. I used to be just like you. I cried a lot. I got bullied at school. And no one actually cared about me. But I was tired of being weak. So I decided to train and get stronger. So that's what he started doing. And he took time out of his day to learn martial arts in China. So he helped save Masura's life more than once. But at every nook and cranny, these guys are pulling up on him. And they just want to kill Shiragan, Narumi, everyone. They don't care. Because they're saying, y'all don't belong in this situation. It's none of your business what we do with this kid. But once again, if y'all see a kid in danger, even if it's not your kid, you just can't act like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's just a kid. Doesn't concern me. So every nook and cranny, like, okay, we're safe. They don't know where we are, but they're being watched by these guys. Because it's kind of weird how the situation works, but it actually makes a lot of sense. So there's two teams, a kidnap team and a murder team. The kidnap team, their mission is to kidnap the kid, hold him hostage, and get the kid to say, okay, uncle, you're my father now, you adopted me, you can have the inheritance, please let my friends go. That was supposed to be the plan, but they went a little too far and they're willing to hurt anyone that got in the way. The murder team was supposed to kill the kid, but they didn't succeed. So, the murder team helps out, you know, Lady in Thumbnail, Shirogane, and Narumi, and it was working at first, but then the kidnap team and this uncle were actually insane. So, from the jump, the uncle was like, hey, I'm going to give you some nice food, we're going to chill. And then as soon as the kid tried to like leave to go to the bathroom, he said, okay, you can go. It's down the hall. And then within 1 second, he's behind the kid like, hey, don't try anything funny. That's a look he made on his face. And then as soon as the kid ran, he chased after him. He's like, look, if you just accept me as your father now, I won't beat you up that badly. So the kid's scared, and he's like, no, I'm listening to what Narumi-chan was telling me. Narumi, what's it called? Basically, Big Brother Narumi was saying, I'm not going to just keep being weak. I want to change. I want to change. So he's like, no, I'm not going to do what you want. So as the kid is hiding, he finds this book written by his father, like a journal or a diary. And the diary basically says, I'm going to use Matsura as the catalyst I need to cause internal war. We don't need these puppeteers that we had in our family generation for so long. Because in Matsura's family, the way it works, they have puppeteers. And they're basically like life-size puppets. They can pretty much fight. They're like actual weapons. And there's like two sides of it. One for the kidnapping team, one for the murder team, right? But got to the point they don't really want to pay the guys, and they don't need the puppets anymore. So instead of just, you know, saying, hey, you guys are fired, they decided, let's have them kill each other and use this kid as the catalyst for everything. So, you know, he's reading this like, yo, oh my gosh, my father actually wrote this. What the hell? This is crazy. Why? Why? He keeps reading it and he learns that his father planned this for a long time. And he said, okay, the way it's going to work. The second I'm about to die, I'm going to set it up so the kid gets all the inheritance so he becomes this catalyst. And then I'll have them try to kidnap him and the other team, the murder team, kill him and destroy the puppets and destroy the whole team simultaneously. And as he's reading, he's freaking out like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Uncle pulls up, starts beating up the kid, saying, listen, you don't have to do all this. Do as I tell you to do, and everything will work out. But obviously, the uncle is evil, because from the jump, he didn't like the kid. Because keep in mind, Matsura is not really supposed to be part of the family. He's only part of the family because the mistress saw his father. And his father and all the men in his family, they have these puppets. Light-side puppets, and everyone in the family knows how to use it if you're a male. That's how it normally works. But because he's technically an outsider, no one in the family likes or cares about this kid. They only see the kid as the obstacle getting in the way of the inheritance. So in every episode, they're trying to find ways to deal with this annoying family. In the last episode, everything came to a boiling head. The show's gonna have like 30 episodes. So pretty much, Matsura basically confronted his uncle. And he's supposed to escape, right? But then the worst thing that could ever happen happened. We saw Shirgan's backstory. She was told by his grandfather, hey, please protect him. And hopefully when it's all said and done, you're able to smile again. Because Shirgan's problem is she was taken away from her real family. They didn't want her. So when she was born, she was adopted somewhere in France, right? And they made her a puppeteer. And the rule was, if she didn't listen or do what they wanted of her, they would slap her hands and beat her. And they said, hey, you don't need emotions. Just do as we tell you to do. You'll be a puppeteer. And every time she misbehaved, they just put her up in this little cage where she can only see a window. And then in the window, she would see them moving the puppets. And that's what made her so emotionless. And if you took away Matsura, she would have no reason to live, because she keeps saying every single time, Matsura is the reason why she lives, the reason why she continues to be who she is. She's a puppet. She doesn't see herself as a human. But Narumi's saying, no, you are a human. Trust me, because humans don't just want to help others, protect others, if they don't care. You care about this kid, obviously. And that's what keeps happening. And as they're trying to, save Matsura from his crazy uncle, everything goes wrong. So the murder team and the kidnapping team, they're going at it. But on the kidnapping team, they have some powerful puppets that can pretty much kill an average adult with ease. Even though Narumi has his kung fu, it's not going well. He's still getting beat up. And they set up in a place where either way, Matsura has to choose. At first, the uncle was saying, okay, if you just become my son right now, I'll let your friends go. I'm not going to kill them. But if you don't say it, I will kill them right now. I can kill them anytime I want. So Matsura tries to save them by saying, yes, I will become your son. The second he does that, his friends are put in a cage. And then we learn that someone from the murder team, they put bombs on the foundations of the building, so that way it would blow up, leading to the worst case scenario. So we learned early on in the episode they have an hour to finish everything up, right? That hour is basically coming to a close. So they're reunited. Shirgan, Narumi, Matsura. He's like, yeah, I'm stronger now. And it was actually the craziest thing ever. So what Matsura had to do just to get the murder team to work with them, he said, hey, I will hire you guys so that way you don't have to kill me. You can help me save my friends. They accepted. But here's how you had to do it all. The kid had to pull the biggest stunt ever. Imagine your uncle's chasing you, trying to beat you up, you're bleeding. And he wants to beat you up some more, despite you giving him what he really wants. So he's like, you know what? I'm tired of being weak. I'm tired of crying. If I can survive all this, I can smile and laugh all the time. And him laughing is a big reason why Narumi needs him around. Because when his little situation kicks in, if it makes someone laugh, he's not going to be able to breathe. And he's going to feel lightheaded. So the kid is on top of the tower, the very top of the tower. And he's like, you know what? I'm tired of this, bro. So he's on the ledge and he's contemplating jumping or not. And his uncle's like, no, you're not going to do it. You're bluffing. You're not about this life. Come down and everything will be fine. And he's out here freaking out. And then he jumps. And he's literally jumping into a forest. He's like, yo, if I live this, nothing can stop me. I'm going to be strong. It's like, Narumi. So he jumps. He lands on one of the kidnapping team's people, saving the murder team. Right? And he's like, hey, I'll hire y'all. And then the guy's like, wait, this can't be the same kid. His eyes look like a wild beast trying to live. It really blew me, not gonna lie to y'all. So, after all that happens, he confronts his uncle again. And it leads to the situation I mentioned earlier. He's like, hey, if I accept and become your adopted son, leave my friends alone, let them go. But it turns out the uncle had no intention of doing that at all. He was like, hey, we thought he was dead at first. He's like, he's dead. Excellent. So now I can just wire me the money and I can get all his inheritance. So I was sitting there like, yo, you're really a terrible person. He was willing to get the corpse of his own nephew and act like, oh yeah, he's dead. Aw, can I get the inheritance now? It was truly disgusting. But I think the show's trying to go for, a lot of times if you really want something, you'll probably go to disgusting ways to get it. So remember, this all happened within 4 episodes, everything, right? So the way the episode ended, remember the bomb just blew up, and this kid used the same move he saw Narumi did when he's practicing outside. He used it to beat up his uncle and headbutt him like, yeah, hold that. So, as they're trying to escape this tower together, out of nowhere, the kidnapping team pulls up and says, listen, you guys aren't going anywhere. You're all gonna die. So, Narumi, like the guy is, like, no, I'm gonna save the day. And he basically uses his strength to open up the cage, and he's trying to warm up Sharingan's heart. So like she's starting to open up to him. Because at first she only trusts Matsura and no one else. That was her only purpose of living. And he was saying, nah, you don't have to be that way. So as he's doing all this, they're trying to kill Matsura. So they beat up the first puppeteer that's trying to kill everybody. They couldn't handle earlier. Beat him up a little bit. But then the problem is, he messed them up. Sharingan's legs are ruined. She can't even walk anymore. And because she's weakened from bleeding and having no bandages, and the fact that she fell along with Narumi, and he saved her because he fell and landed on his back. She didn't fall as hard as him, so he's bleeding out his back. He's already on the brink of death, right? He was so angry about seeing Matsura getting beat up that he started beating up every puppeteer that was standing in his way. But the last second, this one powerful lady, she's the one that cut Sharingan's legs. To the point where it's like, yeah, she needs stitches. And the building is collapsing, so they have to hurry up and leave. So, you see the same guy that helped him earlier, part of the murder team, he makes a zip line. He's like, alright, we're going to get out of here. We're going to live. Let go. But the problem is, this one lady with her giant puppet doesn't want them to leave. So, that's when the problems come in. So Matsura's like, hey, you know what? I can do this. Let me fight her. They're like, no, you're injured. You're a kid. Please don't do this. Relax, relax. He uses the same technique he saw Sharingan use with his puppet. It's called a Rudin. It's given by his grandfather, right? Boom. He destroys her puppet. But as soon as he does that, the building collapses. And like, boom, it's exploding. There's fire everywhere. So they have to hurry up. So what happens is, okay, they got Sharingan up on the zip line. They tie her to the puppet so that way she can at least stand, right? And Narumi's telling her, listen, you have to go first. Don't worry about us. We'll keep everything intact. I'll protect Matsura. Don't worry. But as he's saying this, his accident happens again. So now he can't breathe. He needs her to laugh. But keep in mind, because she's been a puppet for so long, Sharingan can't just laugh on command. And she doesn't really know how to laugh or smile. Barely. It's like, damn, I want to help. I can't do anything. He's like, don't worry about it. Just go. Just go. So he pushes her. And at that same second, you just see Matsura fall through the floor. Keep in mind, the building's on fire right now. I'm not talking about like a baby fire, an actual forest fire from the explosion. So he's like, listen, I'm going to get Matsura and I'll meet with you soon. So he's doing all of this. He finally gets to Matsura. And out of nowhere, the building's collapsing more, so it's like falling pillars are landing on him. Falling pillars are landing on him, and it's literally on fire. But the way it's looking, if he doesn't guard Matsura, Matsura will get crushed by these pillars. So he's like, listen, Matsura, I gotta tell you something super important. I need you to be strong. I need you to be stronger than me. I understand sometimes you just want to cry. You're not in the best mindset right now, but listen to me. The second you learn how to smile, all the stuff that scares you, all the stuff that makes you worried, you can at least handle it. It won't be as bad. A smile can wash away all those pains, all those experiences. So please, no matter what you do, I need you to smile. He's like, no, what are you talking about? Relax. Why are you talking like this? What's going on? He's like, Matsura, I'll protect you no matter what happened. So as he's saying all this, more and more of the buildings collapsing on his back. And keep in mind, he's already bleeding, and now wood that's on fire is touching his back. But if he doesn't move, mess that up. But if he moves right now, Matsura will get killed by this fire or some falling debris. So he has to stay in that position. And he's just like seeing this kid cry. And he's trying his best not to spook this kid out, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If I'm on fire, I'm trying to protect the kid, and there's falling pillars and debris landing on me, and I have to stay still, that must have been the hardest thing ever. So you see Narumi keep his cool best he can. Matsura's just sitting there crying, his eyes out, and it's like, after the speech is done, it seemed like Matsura fell asleep, right? He wakes up and he's like, Narumi-chan's so amazing. We survived. The building is now back to normal. It's basically destroyed. The fire is all gone. And it's kind of crazy because, so Narumi feels the warmth of, no, Matsura feels warmth in Narumi's arms. And you notice something. He looks, he just sees Matsura's right arm. And he's like, yo, My, what's going on? Narumi protected me, but he's gone. And like he's giving like some type of feels like, what's the word again? Narration. He's like saying Narumi is gone, but he left his arm to keep me warm and protect me, so I'd always feel the warmth of his body. And then you see Monster crying his eyes out and screaming up into the distance. And after that happened, I was shook. And keep in mind, it was only episode 4. So all I said happened within 4 episodes. That's why I say this has to be the best anime this season. Because the opening gave a good hint to everything. The opening is like some Cirque du Soleil type music. And the vibe it's going for is there's fate going on because it shows off the gears. And we all know gears in anime means fate. This is all destined to happen. Because think about it, the father planned all of this before he even died. And his grandfather always told him, if you're ever in danger, go to a circus and look for someone named Shirgan. At first that was the puppet's name in this giant suitcase, but no, just Aruden. So the way it works in this world, they fight with puppets, and a lot of weird stuff was going on. And it was actually brazy. And I thought about everything. I was just like, wow, this is actually intense. Because Monster being the main character, I think it makes it more emotional for me. Because I'm just imagining a poor kid is thrown into a world of danger for something he has no control over. He didn't choose to be in a rich family. He didn't choose his mother. Yes, I understand that maybe the father's sitting here like, wow, I have a child that I never heard about. Perfect opportunity. But what's kind of messed up, if he had like one sibling and this happened, I could kind of understand it. It was an accident, but this was all predetermined. So I'm thinking, when I see the opening in context, it's trying to say despair is going to happen. Someone's to break the cycle, break fate. But I don't know who it's going to be. Because in some parts of the opening, you see Narumi crying, other parts he's being brave. So I'm guessing all this stuff is going to lead Monster to being a brave child who can handle the rough and cruel world that he's a part of. Not because of choice, because he has no other way to live. And Shirgan, I'm really interested in seeing how she changes over time. Because the way she was before, it just seemed like she just felt like her job was to be a performer, be in the circus. She only wants to protect Monster. But after seeing what happened to Narumi, her heart started to warm up, and she realized she doesn't have to be a puppet. She doesn't have to be just less of a person. She can have emotions. She just needs time. And time is a precious thing. And after seeing this show, I get why a lot of people aren't talking about it. It's only on Amazon Prime, and not everyone has Amazon Prime. And once again, people were saying, how the best show, or one of the best shows this season, it's only on Amazon Prime. Yes, it's a website, but on the website, I have no idea you find the actual episodes to watch. But I do feel like it was on Crunchyroll. I don't think it would work the same way. Because Crunchyroll has a really stacked up schedule this fall season. Now I'm saying this winter. Yeah. Crunchyroll has a stacked up fall season as it is. So even if they added it on there, it wouldn't work out. I'm pretty sure the show comes on like Sundays. So we all know what comes on Sundays, right? A lot of stuff. So it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. If it was on something like H-Dive, I'd be really upset. Like actually upset. It's crazy, bro. It really is. So all in all, what I like about the show, it does my favorite thing in the world. It uses the narrative and characters together. All the characters pretty much want some type of lifestyle, their ideal lifestyle. But once again, you know how it goes, money influencing people. I don't think Monster's dad is that mess of a person. Based on the flashback, the grandfather was a normal guy who cared about the kid. But I'm guessing the way things were working, the grandfather was okay with tradition. The father wasn't. So he was planning, okay, how can I cause this chaos? Because the way the murder team was talking, they were saying, hey, listen, we don't get along with the kidnapping team. Yes, we're still under the same organization, the same boss, but we want different things. We're the murder team. We have a certain way of doing things. We'll kill anybody we're told to because that's what we get paid to do. Kidnapping team, we're always in constant competition. And once I heard that, I was like, oh, Okay, so pretty much it's like, you know how in certain stores they have like different teams, like a grocery team, they have an apparel team. It's kind of like that. You're all under the same person in the grand scheme of things, but it doesn't mean y'all have to work together all the time and be best friends. You're like rivals. That's why I can see it. What made me upset about the whole situation, every single time Matsu's like, okay, I don't care about the money. Can y'all just leave me alone? I want to be a kid. It's like no one actually heard him out. And that's why I feel so bad about the Narumi thing. Because I'm wondering, why would Narumi just leave his arm behind? Did he feel like he had to do that to keep Matsura calm so he could fall asleep, and that way he can run and figure out the best move for himself or the best move in general? Because he can't just leave his kid behind. He said himself, he can't just leave this kid alone. He wants to protect him all the way to the end. I almost spoiled myself by looking online for, the manga. I learned some things, but not too much. So, in a way, I'm not really spoiled, but I do know some stuff I'm not supposed to know. All I really know is about the fate thing and how in the manga, it's like two stories are happening at the same time and they directly impact each other. So, that's the thing. And I do know it's related to fate, destiny, and then breaking said destiny, and then making change happen. So, that's pretty much the show in a nutshell. I didn't leave out some details because I want y'all to at least still feel like you know what's going on, but you still have a reason to watch it. The voice actors are good. The emotional scenes really hit. And the fights are actually pretty good. Is there magic in this series? Well, yes, because Narumi did something where it's like heavy Kyukon, something like that. So it's not really magic per se, but I do feel like fate plays a big role into it because there's a lot of puppets, and a lot of the puppets have stuff that's like normally I don't think regular people can do. So one puppet was a bomber puppet. The one Ruden, the main one, that's the strongest one so far. It has like arms like a broomstick, and it does a lot of work. But so far, I wouldn't say magical. Here's what it says on the any list. It is adventure and mystery. So I wouldn't say magic per se, but it's kind of magical how they use these puppets. Remember, they're life size, and they're moving around like it's part of their body, extension of their bodies. So, whoo! Like, the art is beautiful, bro. It actually puts a tear to my eyes. I highly recommend it. I'll give it literally a 10 out of 10. Not just because, oh, it's pretty look at. It's like one of those shows. Once you start watching it, you're going to want to keep watching it. And when it ends, you're like, dang, bro. I want a little bit more. The opening is actually really good because, like I said, what I like about a good opening, it can like foreshadow things, but it doesn't directly say everything. It's like symbolism. Because like I said, in the opening, you can see everyone looking like into the distance like, dang, I want to change something. It doesn't say what they're trying to change, but before you see the characters, you see the title, and you see gears spinning. So that's how I knew it's about fate and destiny before I even looked up anything. And also, like I said, the way the song is going, it's kind of like a love letter to somebody. It's like, hey, I want to be your mirror. I want to see you shine. Yada, yada, yada. Something like that. So if you haven't, check it out. It's really worth the watch. And if it ends on a good note, it's going to be the greatest thing I've ever seen yet from anime. But it could still go bad, but I don't think it's going to go bad. Because so far, the fact that it's like from 1997, the manga, and now it's getting adapted, and I was so excited for it ever since I saw the trailer. It's going to end on a good note. I'm just excited to see what's going to happen next episode. I only have two things I'm concerned about. Because like I said, let's say Narumi's still alive. Why just leave an arm? Because once again, he could have left a note. He could have been like, Matsura, listen to me right now. I'm going to be back. And when I come back, I want to see you stronger than ever. He could have said that. Not even like anything, but I feel like it happened all that way for a reason. Don't know the reason yet, but it happens. So here's how I rate this whole series. 10 out of 10, A+++. And the ending song is actually really good. So everything the show ties back to the idea. Not everyone likes their fate, but they want to change it. But once again, once you're a certain way for a long time, it's hard to change. It kind of reminds me of what I like about One Piece to a degree, where it's like, you know, characters are a certain way. When you see the backstory, like, oh, I get it now. They didn't choose to be this way. Their past made them this way. Obviously, they can change, but change is actually a hard thing to do. It's really scary, too. So, that's pretty much all I want to say about it. Now, like I said, I've been looking into a little bit more about these streaming platforms, and we're not in the best spot ever, but I think we're in a really good spot, because, once again, if all the good anime are on one streaming platform, we'll all have to get that one streaming platform. And then, if something happens to it because we're all watching at the same time, everyone's going to complain. If this show was on Crunchyroll, I could see Crunchyroll crashing for like a whole 8 hours. We'll all go to Verve, and then we're like, so we're watching everything from Crunchyroll on Verve. I don't have Crunchyroll Premium, so I don't really get the same experience if I had, you know, Crunchyroll Premium or Verve Premium. So far, Verve looks actually really good. I love the layout. It's exactly what I want. HF has a really good layout too. Crunchyroll, all it needs for me, just get it more organized. Take notes from the competition, so it's like, okay, if I go to Crunchyroll, I see what's happening right now, simulcast. Oh, the dubs are right here. Cool. Oh, look, news right here. Cool. Oh, look, my QQ, boop, boop. And there you go. I don't need all this extra stuff, because if someone wants to do the movie events, someone wants to go to Crunchyroll Expo, any convention, it should be there, but not like thrown in their face as soon as they log in. That's just me. Because right now, the way I see the Crunchyroll website, it feels like a personal blog that mixes with a professional setting. So imagine a personal blog, but like a company owns it. That's how it feels to me. So it's like, yeah, this really feels like they're showing off what they care about, what they like, but they're also trying to sell to us. Oh, look, a new game that's an anime game. Okay, cool. Oh, look, movie tickets. Okay, okay. Newsletters. Okay. Stuff is there, but I don't know. It just it is what it is, to say the very least. So hopefully, guys, you enjoyed this. Next plan is, hold up. The plan for tomorrow: read the viz, do the World Trigger podcast episode 2. That's gonna be a thing, and I really can't wait, because my prediction's really coming true. You feel me? Exactly, bro. I'm a simple man. I just want my stuff to work. I want a platform to give me what I came for. Remember, I pay for Crunchyroll every month, and I'm not gonna say Crunchyroll is not worth the money. I just feel like the same way HDive, I can see everything I came for. I don't have an account, and the same way Verve is organized. Why can't Crunchyroll do it? Crunchyroll and Verve have the same parent company. So y'all telling me they came in the meeting room, hey, Verve team here, Crunchyroll team, we thought about something. You know how you guys have like emails telling people about the new stuff they're gonna watch or the hottest anime? Y'all can keep doing it, but give them an option to, like, you know, opt out of that. Or how about this? Have it so it's gonna be simulcast, dubs, new rivals, popular season, and then the previous season. So that way they can easily find what they come for. And if they want to do extra stuff like the forums, hear about news, they want to buy movie tickets, go to conventions, it's there, but it's not thrown in their face. Remember, first and foremost, your streaming platform. Translation, they come there to watch anime. They're not coming there to have a community experience first. Maybe, but not for everybody. They can have a conversation like that. But once again, I think it's kind of good it's the way it is, because if every platform had everything you needed, you'd be super dependent on that. We need competition. Obviously, we don't need everything to play out to our way, but I'm just saying, you're telling me no one was really sitting there in the Crunchyroll office? You notice that, we check our statistics, people only really go on the QQ, or they go to see the season. Like, that's all they do. You guys don't get why it's happening? Let's check the data. Let's think about, like, we're a consumer. If we go to a streaming platform, what do we want to see first? Anime. Cool, cool. And everything else is, it's like extra. But enough of that ramble. Back to the point. So yeah. Whew, okay. The way I see it so far, Verb is really good if you want to get everything jumbled together and you don't want to rely on one site in particular. I like Verb. It's not bad, but I prefer Crunchyroll. I'm more used to it. Crunchyroll has literally 80% of all the stuff I watch, minus shows like this. So I think the best thing to do is have Crunchyroll or Verve, and then one other thing, because you never know what can happen next. We never know what show is going to break Crunchyroll or whatever site we like to use next. So the lineup for content going into the next week, or this week, technically. World Trigger Podcast, Trigger On, episode 2, because my predictions came true for that, and I'm excited to talk about it with y'all. Also, I want to talk about Goblin Slayer. I just watched episode 1 this morning, and it was actually really good. I was going to keep going, but then had to confirm my theory, because I went on Reddit, and that was actually eye-opening stuff right there. And hopefully it'll give y'all something else. I paused Idolmaster temporarily because I like it. I really do. But the way it works with me, baby steps. So, Idolmaster, it's on the back burner right now. I definitely want to talk about Amina Yell next. And then Harmor Sumo, Run with the Wind. That's like the lineup for stuff I want to talk about with y'all. And that's what we're going to get into. So, it's going to drop when it drops. No promises. If you're wondering where the videos are, here's what I got to say to y'all. We're reaching the end of the semester. I would love to open up Adobe Premiere right now. Love to. But the way things are looking right now, if I do that, everything else will go on hold, and I don't want to do that. I want to keep the content flowing. So, just to reiterate, Harmor Sumo, Amina Yell, Run with the Wind, Idolmaster. Next, I want to talk about with y'all. But for tomorrow, World Trigger Podcast, and I will see y'all when I see y'all. Thank you all for stopping by. You know, I rambled a lot, but when I'm actually excited for a show, y'all know what's going to happen. Rambling. Does it plan to happen that way? Just happen that way. So also, if you want to know what I'm watching or just have an idea of the shows I recommend, I can just give you my annual list. I haven't used Mouse since the season started, because Mouse not the way for me no more. So here y'all go. If you want to see everything that I'm interested in. The reason I don't use Mal as much as I used to, Mal has one thing on there that I really like. It's easy to see all the voice actors and know the staff. Analyst, it's there, but it's not like as soon as season drops, you know all the voice actors of main and supporting. Not that easy. Other than that, Mal doesn't have the stuff I want on there. It's not really like something like, oh yeah, update Mal. And writing reviews on there, not really the wave anymore, honestly. With Analyst feels like a community, and so I'm all about community, so I use Analyst right now, and it's just smooth. And the mobile app actually works. It's nice. Updating is easy, and when update actually comes, it feels like it's an actual update. So whoo! And then what else? I might start covering manga. I was thinking about covering the next chapter of JoJo, Jolion, yeah, and Jujutsu Kaisen whenever we get some actual chapters translated, because you know they playing out here, bro. They have like 30 raws, and I want it now. So yeah, that's hurting my soul emotionally. I also want to probably bring to the channel. I'm debating this. Maybe Black Clover, maybe Kimetsu no Yaiba. I haven't decided yet. I haven't really decided yet. And what else? That's pretty much it. I do want to bring more manga to the channel because I love manga. I've just been slacking on it because, once again, if I start reading one now, everything else will have to go on hold. I don't feel like doing that right now. So, yeah. So, that's pretty much it, guys. What's that? That sounds so familiar to me. Mad familiar. Yeah, The World of Colors. Yeah. I do want to cover that, but I haven't watched it yet. I only watched like one episode because, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, but I feel like the story is not even existent. It doesn't matter to me because all I'm getting from this is she went back in time so she can either learn how to enjoy life or just be emotional like a regular person. I mean, like I said, it looked pretty, but episode 1 did not get me lit for the story. I'm just like, I'll take it for a rainy day. But that's all I want to say today. Thank you guys for stopping by. I know content's kind of erratic right now, but just bear with me. You got a notification bell on, you're good to go. could say really so much more, but I gotta watch this Goblin Slayer because my crew needs me. Oh yeah, that's on the to-do list eventually.